Labor Day weekend is about to come alive here at the Williams Vineyard and Farm in the Neesmith Corner section of Neesmith, South Carolina. Join us on Thursday night, September 3rd at 5 o'clock p.m. for an overnight open pit barbecue, the way we used to do it here at the farm and in the country here years ago. On Friday night, starting at 5 o'clock p.m., we'll have a wine tasting, muscadine of course, and at 6:30, from 6:30 to 8:30, Joe McGill of the Slave Dwelling Project, conversations around the campfire. Saturday, September 5th, is the SC 250 Indigo Festival here at the Williams Vineyard and Farm. You must come. Indigo was one of the cash crops during the Revolutionary era. In fact, Williamsburg County was the #1 producer of indigo. Bring your family, bring your friends, bring your neighbors, and come and join us. Bring your lawn chairs too, so you can sit and enjoy the views of the vineyard, enjoy the fresh air, and the interactions with the community people as well.
Welcome back to another episode of I Can Podcast. I'm your host, Coach Morton. And today we're going to be talking about real talk, real conversations that lead up to real changes. And today we're going to talk about something that's become more of a quote, and we start using it, and it's talent gets you noticed, but character gets you remembered. So when we talk about talents and versus character, you have the ability to you have the talent and the ability to naturally do, or you have the repetition of going through practice and training in order to get to the level or to have the talent. So obtaining a talent isn't the total picture, but it will get you noticed. Whether it's in sports, business, and life. Because sometimes you can have talent as far as being the best tradesman. You can have talent as far as sports. You can have talent as far as being an artist. So you can have the talent, but it's the character that really gets remembered. And the talent may get you some attention. So you will be on the radar, but you won't. That's not the only thing that is needed. You need your character, because character is pretty much who you are when there's nobody watching. Like the discipline that you have to have when you have character, because you have to push yourself. You have to be self-motivated. You have to have self-awareness, self-determination. So therefore, your character is built upon when no one's watching and when there's no camera, and it makes you who you are. It tells people that you have work ethic. It tells people that you are structured. It tells people that you have accountability, and you have humility to go with being humble. So character plays a big in as far as making the whole person. So when we have our character intact, our character allows us to be more of a well-rounded person, or at least something to be remembered. So if someone talks about you, the first sometime what they talk about is your character and how you leave the room. So the difference, when we look at character versus talent, talent says, look at what I can do. So you see me. What can I do? Do you see what I'm doing? Do you have the cameras rolling? Am I a pro? But character says, look at who I am. So when you look at the difference, talent is just the show. Once the camera turns on, the people has it. And character is pretty much what I do behind the scenes. But talent may get you an opportunity, whereas character determines whether you get trusted with another opportunity. So you will get the first opportunity because talent is just seen, it's eye level. So therefore, if I see talent, then I'm gonna give them that first chance to say, okay, well, let me see what they can do, or see what they can't do, or see if this is beneficial to me or my business. But that character, how you go in there and how you handle yourself, it will show exactly how you can be trusted with another or a bigger opportunity. So sometimes you go in there and get one, it makes you a total, everything increases as far as your opportunity goes. So just knowing the difference between talent and character, and understanding that you can use your talent to get in there, but the character is what's going to sustain it. Character is what's going to keep it going, keep you employed, or keep you being able to reach the next level in whatever you try to do. So just understanding that I have to work on character, and for me, I had to work on my character too. I'm not going to ever say I was perfect because sometimes it just came out. So for me being raised in Charleston, I think my character came into play a lot because of the stereotype of the area I grew up in and just being from Charleston as a whole. Um, but going from Charleston and moving into my purpose, I had to shift. Um, I was more of the talent than the character, but I had to shift. Now it's more me working on my character more than my talent because I can pretty much call it like an NIL. My name and likeness is my character. So I protect my NIL. So if I protect my NIL, then I'm protecting my character. Is everybody going to be pleased with the change? Or if I didn't change the direction, some will and some won't. I'm not here to please everybody, anybody. I'm here to please myself and make sure that I've reached a pinnacle. So once I do my check, my boxes, and I understand that I, I'm doing character, I'm working on it, I'm striving for it, I'm accountable, I'm showing humility, then whatever is said after that is irrelevant to me because I know that I'm honestly working towards character. And by I've learned through life lessons, I've learned through trial and error, I've learned through experimenting, I've learned through just listening, or and I just learned just by just being gun ho and just jumping out there with no, just jumping out there. Life lessons has taught me that sometimes I have to keep my character intact, and they call it wisdom now. And I read today a quote that said, wisdom sometimes is good to be silent and quiet. And that's wisdom. So I think I've learned wisdom to go along with character. So I see that both of them relates to me and relates in general to the whole. Um, but me changing into my character and my NIL, as I call it, you just have to work towards it. And I've worked towards actually working on my character and transforming myself into a better person, not so judgmental. Um, I feel that I'm more laid back now and I listen more than I heard. So, in working on my character, I also learned, I picked up traits that helped me be a more well rounded person. Am I perfect? I'm not perfect, so 'cause I still struggle in some areas, but I'm willing to try in most areas in order to transform into or transform my character into a better painting of Eric Morton. And as a result of doing that transformation, I've seen the fruits of the labor and the benefits of changing my character or my NIL to fit my lifestyle or my goals or what I want to try to do later on in life. So my understanding my character led me into understanding that I had to get an education because I was a student athlete when I played sports. So me getting an education in high school became important maybe in my after my sophomore going into my 11th grade year of high school. So I knew that I wanted to go to college, and I had to have a certain grade point average, and I used that as far as getting in college. So I was lucky to get a small scholarship, Clinton Junior College in Rock Hill, where I played for 2 years. Got a good education, left there with an associate's in business, and then I moved on to Clapham University, the Clapham University, and pursued and continued my education. So, but my true calling is the reason why I started ICANN Mentoring. I wanted to help people that were less fortunate than me or didn't understand as well as me or didn't experience what I experienced, but I could share the story of being an experience for some people. I share my ups and my downs. I share my success. I've seen success, but I knew that it was bigger than me, my purpose. I knew that having kids and grandkids, I have a wife, I have family. So everything that I moved and everywhere I moved affected them. So my bigger purpose wasn't me anymore. It was just being more of a well-rounded, transparent person and understanding that it's all right to be a little selfish, but I have to be selfish with a bigger purpose. And the bigger purpose was my family. So by putting that in front of me, it allowed things to change in my life as far as reaching kids and understanding what kids will go through most of the time and understanding that there is a second chance. I'm a second chance guy. I'm a second chance person. I was given a second chance. So by me getting these opportunities, my surface and purpose is to go back and try to help be a preventive measures for most people that either experience or go through or just want to know and understand what if I go this route, what will happen? What if I go that route, what will happen? Maybe it'll start with just me. And hopefully I can do that. But sometimes we have to go farther. But in order for us to reach, and I need you, if you are watching this program, please let's help donate to the podcast. Right here is the Cash App, the podcast. Every little bit helps, and as far as reaching more people, if you like the show, please just press the like button. The more likes we get, it helps us to help pay the bills, to reach more people. I want you to go out and I want you to share this. I want you to share a story and maybe it can help somebody or resonate in somebody and motivate them. And I want you to follow me. I have a journey at ICANN Mentoring. So we got a journey and we're trying to get out there and have real talk and real conversations, so we can get out there and change some of the narratives, as far as in the community, as far as understanding that if we develop talent over time, that talent allows us to get in the door, but it won't keep us in the door. So who you are when nobody's clapping, that's a question. I'm just asking to the viewers, the listeners, who are you when nobody's clapping, and nobody's watching you, or nobody's paying attention or giving you that personal one-on-one? Who are you? What are you doing when no one's cheering for you? Uh, for me, I learned discipline. Who are you when nobody's clapping? I just learned that when no one's clapping, that doesn't mean no one's watching or paying attention. Sometimes you don't need no one to watch you or pay attention. Sometimes moving in silence is better because you have no critics or no one to point fingers at you. So you're your best judge and judgment. Uh, Sometimes I ask the question, who you are when who you, who are you when you don't get recognized, or you don't get the flowers? Who are you? Are you in your feelings? Sometimes people go around and they do things to be seen just so people can give them flowers. And I believe that if you have to seek flowers or seek approval or looking for some way to validate you, then you're not being selfish with a purpose. You're being more of a dependent person as your purpose. So just understanding that being recognized by a person, for example, when you do something for somebody and you've been a part of their life and you help them go to the next level, you help them to get to college, or you help talk to them when they need to be talked to. That's your flowers. Your flowers is when people come back and say, thank you for helping me through a situation, or help me for helping your kids. So therefore, you don't have to be in the spotlight to be recognized. You can get your flowers for by being there. And sometimes you have to ask yourself who you are when you're frustrated. So like when you get frustrated, who are you? Are you the same person that walked in the house? It's almost like that Snicker commercial. Who are you before you eat that Snicker and you change back to yourself? So when you get frustrated, what kind of behavior do you display when you get frustrated, or you get agitated, or you get overwhelmed? Are you angry? Are you lashing out? Are you getting physical and verbal abusive? A lot of times people get frustrated and they lose their character. They don't maintain the character. So therefore, they lose that. I am no different. I have lost it too. Um, when I lose that part of the battle, I forget who I am when I lose. So we call it sometimes denial, or we black out, or we just some people just say, I don't know. I just lost it. Um, who are you when you do that? Can you regain yourself, or can you manage to get some kind of balance back in order to continue to function, or do you spiral? It's like there's a rabbit, you're the rabbit, there's a carrot, which is the issue, and there's a hole, and you go down there. So if you chase that carrot in that hole, then you're going to be frustrated because you don't know how to get out there. So going through frustration is not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. But when you go through it, do I have coping skills? Do I have a support team? And sometimes do I have my medication to balance everything off? So you have to be prepared some days and more than wait. And one of the last thing is, who are you when someone disagrees with you? Sometimes when someone disagrees with you, we take it as a personal attack. I used to take it as a personal attack. I thought they were calling me dumb, or you think you're smarter than me. But sometimes I've learned that you sometimes have to agree to disagree, and depending on the situation, don't make it personal. If it's in a professional setting, keep it professional, unless personal things are said. But you have to understand exactly where you're at, and you have to adjust yourself to the audience. You have to code switch. You have to be able to adjust to different environments through code switching. Uh, as far as this in general, understanding that people want to ask questions, but sometimes I think we get in a position that we forget to ask the question, but we wait on answers. So asking the question more than and just waiting on the body language is more of the answer when it comes to what you're lost. But who are you when you have power? Hmm. Some people, when they have power, they think that they're here and everybody else below is just below them. So some people take their power and they abuse their power. And some people take their power and they do good things. But you have to ask yourself, who are you when you have power? For me, when I have power to do it, I'm more of a kind-hearted person. So I like to share power. I like to balance and be transparent with my power. But some people are not transparent because you can take a title. So if you're a manager or you're a head coach or you're a principal and you're here, yes, you have power. So the people down here don't have any power. And they may be the ones that do the normal daily day-to-day routines. So having power doesn't mean they don't have power here. Power has to meet and make more sense. Um, but don't want to get mixed up as far as understanding. So you just have to ask yourself, if I have power, how do I react? How do I treat people? Um, how do I look upon people because I'm in power or I'm in a position of power? And once I understand that I am in a position of power, how do I use that? Do I use it for the good, or do I just be selfish with it and use it to show that I got talent? But if you're a true person in power, your character will show exactly who you are when it comes to just being in power. So right now, I just want to take time and understand I have a message. So I'm going to sit up. I have a message to the youth. Young people, please stop spending all time and energy trying to prove that you're talented. Um, Spend some time developing the person behind the talent. We all go out here and we try to get all these degrees and we try to get all these awards, or we try to go out and use our athletic ability and use all the talent in the world. And then we put our eggs in that right there. But this message for the youth, because it's there. I want y'all to understand, spend more time developing the person, because they don't recruit. the talent. They recruit the person behind the talent. See, because if I know the person behind the talent, then I understand that he comes with a lot. He comes with everything that a person needs. It could be at a job. It could be at those park. It can they talent go needed, but the character, the person that you're trying to be comes out all the time. Um, I, Me personally, I see it a lot through being playing sports, or when I go to events and I speak to families. I'm out in the community, just talking to people, just in general. It's a lot of things that I see that if they have character, character leads to work ethic. Character means that they have manners. Character means that they know accountability. Character says that, yo, I am fighting to get where I need to be. I don't want to be where I can't go. So, yeah, I had to let the youth understand that please, all the talent in the world, bro, ain't gonna get you nowhere if you ain't a good person behind it, or you don't have any character. But so please pay attention to that. But before we close, I want you to remember this: talent gets you noticed, but character gets you remembered. So how do you want to be remembered? That'll let them know how talented you were by how they can remember you. So if anything I said tonight resonated with you, or you understand where I was coming from with the conversations, please like the button. Share it with somebody that might want to need to hear this. Follow us, because we got a real conversation, real talk for real changes that's coming. So please follow ICANN Conversations. On my side, I have Mingo Creek Academy. Please follow Mingo Creek Academy, now enrolling 4-year-olds. Some of our entrepreneurs, Bedazzled Ties by Gabby. Please support the young entrepreneurs. Coming up this week, I'll be speaking in Charleston in the 3rd session of the Yes Be Bethel program down there in Charleston, South Carolina. And on September 11th, it will be the final session in Charleston with the Yes. And then we have September 26th, I'll be in Andrews at the health fair on a panel. Check me out, come see me, come check me out. If you need it, please follow me. And if you need me to come see y'all, I'll be more than glad to pull up. ICANN podcast, and we can broadcast live from the event. But before we go, please remember, let's donate. Let's help ICANN podcast grow. With your help, ICANN podcast can reach more people. We can get out here and have real talk, real conversations to make real changes. By having these real talks, you'll be able to change lives, motivate lives, and help successful stories through ICANN podcast and ICANN mentoring. Before we go, I would love for you to remember this. Keep believing. Keep striving. Keep being the light that allows you to go through something and understand that your talent can get you where you need to be, but your character is what they're going to remember. I am your host. Next week at ICANN Podcast, we'll be talking about code switching and knowing your audience. Code switching, understanding when to tone down or change your voice volume or change your perception when you go in certain places. So tune in next week to ICANN Podcast, where we have real talk, real conversations, for real changes. I'm your host, Coach Morton. Again, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate your love. Have a good night.
Termites don't need an invitation. In South Carolina, the pressure is real. Warm weather, moisture, crawl spaces, wood-to-ground contact. That's the perfect setup for termite activity. By the time you see the damage, they may have been there for months or years. Softwood, mud tubes, hollow spots, hidden damage. Don't wait until the repair bill tells the story. Schedule a termite inspection today. Palmetto Pest Control, LLC. Veteran-owned, local certified. Protect the structure. Protect the investment. Visit www.bedbugheatkill.com.